Okay. Hi everybody. It's been, I guess it hasn't been that long, but I've wanted to put a video on or make a video sooner than this. I wanted to make numerous videos, um, but I just haven't found time or like energy to record, and I don't even have that much energy today. But um, here I am. You know. I also don't have a plan for what we're gonna talk about today. So I'm just gonna let things kind of come to me as they go. Drinking my coffee from Strange Matter. Really good coffee shop if you're ever in Lansing. Should try it. Also, Halloween was last night. Well, I went to a Halloween party last night, I should say. Halloween is actually a few days from now. Um, at the time of recording, at least. I don't know when this is getting posted. But there's another party tomorrow, so that should be fun tonight. I'm gonna get to see some of my coworkers from my old job, so I'm actually really excited because I haven't seen them in a while. I quit working back in August, so it's been like over 2 months at this point. So it'll be exciting to see them. Um, but yeah, I think, where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? I think the main thing that's on my mind is Kamala Harris. Now, I don't want this whole video to be a Kamala Harris rant. I definitely thought about recording a whole video just to rant about Kamala Harris, but this video would be 7 hours long. This video would be 7 hours long, so I'm not gonna subject you to that. But what I will say is that I don't believe that Kamala Harris is going to win this election. There's no way to know anything before it happens, but I am not confident that she's going to win this. I think at first I was a little scared that she was going to win. And the reason I was a little scared is because the TDS, as they like to call it. There's a YouTuber I like to watch. Her name's Amala Benobi. Really love her channel, but I hear her use the term TDS all the time, so I will probably be using that throughout this video. And if you don't know, TDS stands for Trump Derangement Syndrome, which I suffered from at one point in my life. I think a lot of the country, or the world at this rate, but a lot of the country suffers from TDS. And I think a symptom of TDS is being blind to other factors. Because I've always said, like, it's one thing to not like Donald Trump, but it's another thing to automatically like somebody else just because you don't like Donald Trump, if that makes sense. Like, I don't really care if you don't like Donald Trump or if you don't vote for him. Like, I don't really care about that. I just more care of, like, people hate him so much. Like, I think the media has spun such a negative, light on, like, has such a negative light on him, spun such a negative narrative on him, to the point where, it's like a self-feeding loop where it's like, you don't like Trump, then he says something a little off the cuff that you can take to mean a bad way that's not even what it actually means, and therefore that's evidence that Trump is a bad person, and because he's a bad person, you don't like him, and then he does it, and it just keeps going back and forth, and it's like, when you get to the root cause, like, this is not even biased, because, the reason I can say it's not biased is because I used to not like Trump also. Like, I also used to hate Trump. So it's like, I remember, everything that everybody talks about, I remember feeling like that and thinking like that. And then I just did my own research and thought for myself about stuff, and it's like, oh, maybe that's not the case. But this is not supposed to be about Trump right now. This is supposed to be about Kamala Harris. Now, this part is not her fault. But the reason I said all that is to say, how do you suddenly like this person and suddenly think this person's going to be a good president? Like, when you didn't even vote for her. Like, okay, this is why I didn't want to get into this, because where do I start? Every time I say something, I feel like I need to add more context to it. Like, you didn't even know who she was. Before Joe Biden was like the presidential candidate, like Kamala Harris was also running for the Democratic presidential nominee or whatever. Literally no one knew who she was and no one liked her. Like at all. Like, literally everybody, left, right, wherever you were, literally everybody thought she was too progressive, thought that she was not a good candidate for president. And like literally no one knew who she was, no one liked her. Fast forward to when Joe Biden picks her as a DEI hire because he said he's gonna pick a black woman for president, which, by the way, see, that's another rabbit hole. It's like, where do I even go? Because I'm really convinced at this point that Kamala Harris is not even black. Y'all can clip that. I mean, I'm not even famous enough. I'm not, like, 5 people watch this, so I'm not even famous enough to get clipped or whatever, but y'all can clip that. I don't care. I don't really think she's black for numerous reasons. But if you want, like, somebody who's been doing in-depth, like, literally in-depth, like, deep depth research into that, go watch Candace Owens. Now, if you know who Candace Owens is, there's a high chance you don't like her. And that's fine. I don't tell you who to and not to like. If you don't know who Candace Owens is, she is another, I guess, controversial political figure. And I don't agree with everything she says, by the way. I would like to let that be known. I don't like everything she says. But sometimes she's just right, and sometimes the sky is just blue. And a lot of people don't want to deal with that. The people don't like when you just tell the truth, when you're just real. It's the realness, I think. I think the thing I can appreciate about Candace Owens is that she's real. Same thing about Donald Trump. I can appreciate that he's real. Kamala Harris, though, like, I mean, in the conversation of what's real or not, have y'all seen those accents? Like, so, because it started like with the black thing, like Kamala Harris, which by the way, if you watch interviews of Kamala Harris, if whoever's like doing her interview ever asks her like a question about race or about being black, she doesn't even like acknowledge herself. She barely even says the word black. That's another reason why I don't even think she's actually black for real. Because why would you not like proudly be able to say that? I just find it weird. Okay, but and then though, it was the accents thing, where she was going around to different events in different cities with like more heavily black populations, and she's putting on like these black accents. Have you heard those? Talk about wild. Those are wild. Where was she? In Atlanta or something? I don't even remember where she was. She was somewhere with a lot of black people though. And somebody said something to her, and instead of saying like, let's wait until the next 64 days of the campaign for the results or whatever, she was like, let's just get through the next 64 days. How about that? Like, also the funny, like, it doesn't even sound, or like, what was the other one? When she was talking about like the Biden-Harris campaign winning, I guess, beating Donald Trump or whatever, she said, we did it in 2020 and we gonna do it again in 2024. Like, girl, you don't talk like that. Like, literally at all. You actually don't talk like that. And it sounds so. And then she talks about like washing greens in the bathtub. I know y'all saw that clip. But there's this whole like fake interview that she does. Like, she's like on FaceTime with Taraji P. Henson, talking about like she be in them streets and stuff. Like, it's like, and the fact that black people will vote for somebody like that is like making fun of. Like, to me, that's actually kind of offensive. Like, for you to just make fun of, I guess, how you think black people talk, or like, or you think that talking like that is going to make, like, suddenly make me want to vote for you or whatever, just because you know how to talk like me, which you honestly don't even, she really doesn't even sound comfortable doing it. But then, okay, so it started there. Then she moved on to like, she had like a Hispanic accent. Right? She was like, she said, what'd she say? I love you back. She was like, I love you back, or whatever she said. It's like, girl, what? You don't you can just talk to people with your voice. Like, when is Donald Trump changing his accent up depending on who he's talking to? I've not seen it. And then what was another one she said? Oh, the one where she became a black preacher. I posted that one on my Instagram story. You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member. What? Like, let's calm down. We're not in church. We're not giving a sermon. Okay? And they compare it to the clip where she's in Pennsylvania. You guys had better thank a union member. Like, she's like, it's like completely different. It's like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Okay, and then what was the next one? So it was the black and like the southern. Okay, and then it was the Hispanic, and then y'all, she had that like French accent. Randomly, I'm telling you, there's like there. What was the other one? The Jamaican accent. It was like she was trying to do like a Jamaican accent, I guess, because she's like Jamaican or I don't know. She tried to do, what was it? What did she say? Wait, no, because what did she say? I can't remember. And it came out of nowhere too. Like, she wasn't even talking to like somebody Jamaican. Like, this one was like literally out of absolutely nowhere. Have you no empathy, man? That's what she said. She said, have you no empathy, man? And like, she was like, have you no? It's like, you cannot be serious. And you want to stand behind the seal of the President of the United States and have access to the nuclear codes? Okay. And then like, what was the other one? Because there was a lot, y'all. There was a lot. Okay, but it's not coming to my mind right now. I think it was another Hispanic one, but I can't remember what she said. It's like, come on, Kamala. What are we on? I just do not understand. So, to all the people that enjoy her, you know, pandering to your race because of an accent or like trying to code switch. The thing is, it's not code switching though. Cause like, I wouldn't even be having this conversation if it's like, okay, you're around these people, you talk like this, you're around these people, you talk like this. But really, actually, for the most part, in any given situation, if you're a presidential candidate and you're standing up to address a group of people, you're probably going to try to sound more professional when you talk. So that's thing number one. Thing number two is you don't even talk like you don't even have that code to switch to. So it's like not even relevant, right? Like, yeah. So I don't get it. That's like just one thing, right? Another thing is, y'all, this girl cannot answer a question to save her life. She can't answer a question to save her life or save our country for that matter. Okay, like literally, she's in these interviews. And the interviews, by the way, because they were giving her like easy, like multiple choice questions, like super softball answers. And somebody said, who JD Vance said, even if somebody throws you a softball question, you got to be able to hit it back. And I said, ooh. because he kind of has a point. But let's throw the multiple choice and softball question. Let's throw those aside. They've been getting on her now, though. They've been getting on her now. Like, she literally has been on. She was on Fox News, and Brett Baer did not let up. He had receipts, like he had clips, he had all this, and she couldn't answer the questions at all. It's like, and again, it's like, I don't even know how many people. Like, I don't know what's in the minds of people. I don't know what people do in their free time. Like, I know that I consume a lot of political content in my free time, so I get that. But for anybody that's like actually supporting Kamala Harris, how are you watching these interviews and how are you like watching these speeches and performances and things and think to yourself, this is going to be a person that I would like to see lead my country. This is the person that I want in office. Which, by the way, has already been in office, and we see how the state of our country is now. Okay, but that's a conversation we're not ready for that one yet. You look at this person and you say, that's who I want to discuss, literally have the access to the nuclear codes. Like this is what y'all don't get. Okay. This is the person that I want to be literally in charge of the whole United States of America. I want this person to sit down and have meetings with Kim Jong-un, with Vladimir Putin, with literally President Xi. Like, okay. Like, do y'all know what I mean? Like, if you look at Donald Trump and you look at Kamala Harris, which person would you want to do that for in negotiation? Like, I just think it's obvious. And I'm not, by the way, I don't like to be this person where it's like, oh, it's the obvious choice. Let me roll back on that language. Because even though that's how I feel, I know that everybody doesn't see it that way. But it's just like, I think sometimes people don't consider all of those things because all they can think is Trump bad, I don't like Orange Man. And it's like, okay, like you can feel like that, but you also have to consider the future of your country. Like, I would rather have someone in office that I think says mean things sometimes if it means I have a safer country, a better economy, good foreign affairs, all of these things. I would. I'll take some mean tweets, I will take that over can barely fill up my car with gas. Okay, people are coming into the country and doing all types of stuff. Okay. On the brink of World War III sounds alarmist, so I won't even say that. But what I can say is that multiple wars have started since this woman was in office. Like, numerous. Okay? That I don't believe would have started under Donald Trump. That I also believe, though, will end under Donald Trump. Okay? Like, it's like this is what... okay. And then y'all want to make Donald Trump sound bad for doing stuff, and then y'all want to turn around and do the same thing? Like, y'all wanted to make him sound bad for wanting to build a wall, but now Kamala Harris suddenly cares about the border. Which, by the way, she's the border czar. I don't know why she suddenly cares about the border during an election year when she's running for president. Like, do you not see how these things... Do you not see that? Like, she literally let millions of people into this country illegally. People have literally died because of it. People have lost their homes because of it. People have lost all kinds of things because of it. We're using our tax dollars to fund these people's lives that shouldn't be here in the first place. And then y'all are gonna call me xenophobic for saying that, and that's not what I mean. I think anybody that wants to be in the United States, if they're a good person, should be able to come here. I just think they have to do so legally. And Kamala Harris has allowed people to do so illegally. So even though I will agree with you all day, as much as the day is long, that there are plenty of good people that just want a better life, better jobs, better life for their kids, like better healthcare, all that stuff, that chose to come here illegally just because the legal process is a little daunting. It's a lot to go through. Like, I get that. And I will agree with you there. However, those people wanting to come in doesn't justify also being able to let in gangs, being able to let in a word that I don't think I can say on YouTube. I mean, I can, I guess. My videos don't get monetized. It probably doesn't matter. But y'all know what I'm talking about. And to let in all these people, that it's like, okay, now wait a minute. We can't do that. That's not how that works. And like, whatever happened to sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine? Like, whatever happened to that? Because we already have crime in this country, right? We already have that. So why let in even more criminals? Like, do you know what I mean? Why let in more criminals when we already have crime? We already have a terrible economy. Why let in more people? And I know they say, like, you know, more people have jobs or whatever, but those people are like taking jobs away from other people. Like when Donald Trump said they were taking black jobs, you can go, like, people wanted to make that racist or whatever, but you can literally go, like, I've seen numerous videos of people, like, literally of black people, like, in these cities, like in Chicago, in these cities and stuff, talking about how they're taking their jobs and, like, it's, like, really affecting them, like, on a first-hand basis. Like, me personally, I haven't, other than maybe my tax dollars, I haven't really been affected firsthand by, like, the illegal immigrant crisis. But I've heard a lot of stories, like, from both people I know and just people online. So it's kind of like, why would we want another 4 years of that? And I guess, okay, I really didn't mean for this to be a Kamala Harris rant, but it's just like, why would you want another 4 years of that? Like, I don't know. And if you want to argue that we should make the process to become a legal citizen, like, maybe easier or whatever, I don't even necessarily disagree with that. However, that doesn't mean we can just keep flooding people in until we figure that out. But now Kamala Harris is talking about maybe the border wasn't that bad, which, by the way, was another question she couldn't really answer directly. And she just wanted to talk about how bad Donald Trump was, but that's another thing. I'm talking about the CNN town hall, by the way. So if you get a chance to watch it, watch that. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if this video is going to be out before, it probably will be out before voting. And, like, this video is, by the way, not made to persuade you to cast your vote in one way or another, because I know that it doesn't work. Like, it's not that simple, right? But it's a little mind-blowing to me how some of y'all can still consider voting for this lady. But I don't think she's gonna win, which is also, like, another, I guess I'm comforted by that or whatever. But by the same token, it's just a little disconcerting, I guess, to know that people are, like, willingly supporting that. And I think they're willingly supporting it more because they don't like Trump and less because they do like Kamala. Because, again, they didn't vote for her. Like, literally no one voted for her. She literally was, like, coronated. She was installed into the position that she's currently in. She was not elected to be the presidential candidate for the Democratic Party. Like, literally not a single person voted for her. And yet she's like, that was always a weird thing for me. It's like, even if I was voting for her, it's like, it's kind of weird that she's just put here. But y'all want to talk about Donald Trump being a threat to democracy. And again, this is not I don't even know who's gonna watch. 3 people are gonna watch this, right? And this is not to persuade all 3 of you to try to vote for Kamala Harris. It's not. But what it is it's like, it's just food for thought, I guess. Sometimes I think people don't actually think about stuff. It's like, I don't care if you come to the same conclusion. Please, if you've done your research and if you really think she's the best option, please vote for her. That's what I'm telling you. What I'm also telling you is make sure that it's an informed decision. Like, if I don't like pizza, for example, if I need to eat a meal and there's 2 meals in front of me and one is pizza and the other one is like, what's the other one? Like dirt salad with motor oil dressing and I don't know, I can't think of like a third bad thing. Dirt salad with motor oil dressing and like plastic croutons. Okay. So I don't like pizza is not a good reason to then just go eat the dirt salad. Y'all, I hate analogies because in my brain, analogies, I don't know if that's like a thing. I feel like in my brain, analogies just don't work because I can only think of situations for the most part as the literal situation. So like trying to compare it to something else is like, why am I comparing it when I could just talk about what it is, you know? So if my analogy is bad, don't fault me at that. I'm just not good at analogies. But I don't like pizza doesn't mean I'm suddenly gonna eat the dirt salad with motor oil and plastic croutons. Because that's not gonna be very nutritious and might actually be the opposite. It might actually do damage to my body, right? But also let me examine why I don't like pizza, right? Is it because someone told me that, you know, pizza's bad because they cut it into triangles? I don't know. I can't, you know what I mean? This is why I don't like analogies. But if I do my own research and learn that pizza might not be the most nutritious food ever or whatever, but like it'll give me some carbs, it'll give me some dairy, it'll give me some protein, like it'll give me my, and whatever else is on it, you know, might give me my stuff for the day. Then maybe I can't eat the pizza. Even if I don't like it, I can eat it to sustain me. Now we're gonna stop talking about this because I really don't know how much sense I'm making. And I'm not trying to say that one is Donald Trump and one is Kamala Harris. I'm just saying that in my brain, that's what it sounds like when you do something just because you don't like something else. And I don't think the same reason I'm not voting for Donald Trump just because I don't like Kamala Harris. That is part of it. I'm not saying that can't be part of your reason. But I am also saying that that's not the only reason I'm voting for him. I'm voting for him for numerous, there's a long list of reasons before. I don't like Kamala Harris is lower on the list. Like, I want to keep Kamala Harris out of office, or get her out of office, I should say, is low on the list of many other reasons. So, there's that. I think I'm just gonna stop for now. And now we can talk about something else. How long is this video? 28 minutes. Okay. Probably we can talk about like one other thing. Let's just talk about fall. I actually really love fall. I love this time of year. I love the cooler weather. You know what they did though? My apartment, I live in one of those older buildings where it's like, I have the radiator heat, so they just have like, you know, it just is like the city heat or whatever. And they turned it on and y'all, it got hot in here. It felt like summer again. It felt like summer again. They turned that heat on and it's like there's not really anything I can do to control it. Because it's just like the whole building. So my windows were open and my clothes were off. But it's better now. It's cooling down. It's been a very warm and very sunny October. Which is unusual, but what can you expect with climate change? Um, it has been a very warm and very sunny October. And there's also like a fly. I'm sorry, I'm like watching it fly around. Because I don't know how it got in, but it doesn't know how to get out. And it's been in here for like probably like a week at this point. Whatever. But it always flies to the window and can't get out. I'm like, bugs are kind of stupid. Anyway, um, but no, like, but other than that, like, I do love fall. Like, the trees changing has been so pretty. Um, maybe I'll do another video of me just like walking around or something. I've posted like a picture on my story or something, but it's like the trees changing is so pretty and like the crisp air. Like, I love the fall like feeling. It just feels so nostalgic, and it's like I love the holiday season. Um, and that kind of started like celebrating Halloween with friends or whatever. And then Thanksgiving is coming up next month, and Christmas in a couple months after that. It's just it's a good time of year. Fall is a good time of year. I guess Christmas is winter, but whatever. Um, but it like leads you into that. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know. I really do want to do more reading and stuff. I feel like I've been so lazy the past couple of days. I still haven't finished my blanket that I was making, but I will finish it before the election. I'll have it done before the election. But I want to like get into like crocheting more stuff for winter, maybe like reading. I just like read like the cozy vibe, but it hasn't been that cozy. That's the thing. It's been warm and sunny. It's like I don't want to be inside. I want to be like outside, like walking around, like just doing like shopping, just doing things, going out to get a coffee. Like I like to do stuff like that. So hopefully it finally will cool down and get gloomier. Literally, because it's supposed to. Like, it's supposed to be gray skies, and it's just not. It's supposed to be raining. We've literally had rain like twice all month, and it's October. What's the day? 26th. Yeah, and it's yeah. So that's like a little like, can we please feel more like fall? But I don't know. Super exciting though. I don't really have too many decorations. I have like a couple little pumpkins that I bought from like this creator. She knitted them. So I was like, I'll pick them up from her because that's, supporting small businesses or whatever. And I've got like some orange lights hanging up. That's about it. Um, but yeah. Okay, that's the last thing I think I wanted to talk about. I feel like I don't have anything else to show you or like talk about right now. So we're just gonna, most of it was just a little rant, I guess. But yeah, feel free to comment on anything else you want to hear me talk about, or anything you want to maybe like see me do or whatever. I don't know. Still just in this journey, in this season of like whatever I'm in this season of, just being alone. I'm gonna just be on here. I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna like live, like I don't know. And yeah, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe for more. Share this video if you need anybody to hear maybe my perspective, or if you just want to share it with someone. And I think that's it. So have a blessed rest of your day.